Hello, my friends. How are we today? Well, today I am in my studio, but I am not able to show you exactly what I'm working on today because it's for Christmas presents, so I can't even show you what I'm working on. But I have a couple other fun announcements to make, so I thought let's just chat. So real quick, let me double check that the sound is working like always. Okay, it's working. I'm not using a microphone today, so it might not be as loud. I hope that you can hear me okay. So if you are just coming on, give me a thumbs up. Make sure I can be heard well enough. So as you come on, tell me hi and who you are, where you're watching from. I'd love to know who is watching and joining me. I always love hearing us making our new friends coming on. I see lots of new people coming on, so I thought I would introduce myself a little bit more again too, since we have so many new followers. So my name is Rachel, and I created Journey Back Quilts a couple years ago. We had our 4th birthday in July, but I have been quilting since I was a young teenager, so late 90s, somewhere around there, so you can kind of guess my age now. And just a backstory of my quilting story is I hated quilting when I first started. I was very impatient. Nothing ever worked for me. I couldn't cut out my blocks correctly. I couldn't sew them correctly. The machine never worked for me. Blah, 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 blah. I was frustrated. But I loved hanging out with my grandma and my family, so every time we got together, it was still a fun time to quilt together, even though I didn't like the hobby. Well, fast forward a few years, I'm about ready to get married, and my face went paralyzed. I had Bell's palsy, and we don't know why. Supposedly it's due to stress, so I guess planning a wedding and trying to work and go to college was a little stressful at the time. So I had to take a month off of everything and just relax and rest. Well, I am not good at resting. I love to be busy. I love to stay active and doing things. So my mom was like, well, why don't you make a quilt with my brand new sewing machine, and I will graciously give you that. And so I cut up all my old jeans and I made a jean quilt, a rag quilt out of that. And it didn't turn out very well, but it was something to do. So I'm like, whatever. It was a great picnic blanket. And then a few years later, we had our children, and my mom bought me a sewing machine for Christmas. And I'm like, oh, thanks, Mom. You know how much I love sewing so much. So I was like, well, fine. I have this machine. I know how to quilt, kinda. So I'm going to make my son a quilt for his big boy bed, because he was just about ready to get out of his toddler bed and into a bigger bed. So I made him a rag quilt, and it didn't go great. My mom helped me a lot, and when I snipped through all of the seams to make the rag, I cut through most of my stitches as well. And so she helped me put that all back together, so thanks, Mom, for that. And then the next year, my daughter's just about a year younger than my son, and so I made her a quilt, because you have to be fair, you know. But after making that quilt, I just fell in love with quilting. I don't know what happened, but something just clicked. It was a lot easier, a lot more relaxing. And then the years following that, we've had a lot of injuries and surgeries and recovery times. So during all of that, quilting has been my therapy. I always say, hashtag quilting is my therapy, but Jesus is my healer. And that's the truth. So yeah, I got into quilting, and then more and more people started asking me to make custom items for them, and I was like, sure, you can help pay for my hobby. And so it just kind of snowballed there. And then after a few years, I started making money doing this, and I was like, this is awesome. And it was such a God thing, because a few years ago, my husband had a traumatic accident, and he was the main breadwinner in our family. And so he wasn't able to work anymore. And so I have been able to take over some of the income that, you know, other things like workman's comp doesn't help us with. And he helps me in the business as much as he can. And it's been a great, amazing thing. And to have you all coming on board with me has been such a blessing in my life, because since I work from home and I homeschool my kids, I'm homebound a lot. So getting out and be able to teach you guys how to quilt, even if it's virtually, to get that girl time has been my lifesaver. So thank you for joining me. You are my lifesaver. So speaking of classes, we have a few new ones starting soon. We have the Vintage Christmas class, which I've been talking about. Registration opened a couple weeks ago, but it closes on September 11th, which is only like 9 days away. So you only have a few more days to register for this. So we are making 4 blocks out of Lori Holt's Vintage Christmas book, and you'll get the book. So once you've learned how to make those 4 blocks, you will know exactly how to read Lori Holt's patterns, which are pretty simple. But if you're brand new to quilting, this is a great way to jump into it. You're going to learn so much in this class. So we have 2 options. We have the online version. So even if you're not local to Casper, Wyoming, where we're at, you can join us. I would love for you to join us. Our virtual classes are so fun. They're pre-recorded, so you can watch them at any time. You don't have to put them on your schedule. You can watch them in the middle of the night when you're trying to fall asleep. You can watch them while you're first thing in the morning before you have to go to work or before the kids get up, and you can be able to get your quilt block done quickly. And I have bite-sized videos, so they're not like huge, long, 2-hour drawn-out videos on how to do this different technique. They're bite-sized, so each step is broken down really simply. We're also going to turn these 4 blocks into either placemats or into a table runner. There's 2 different options, and I'm going to show you how to do those both on the online class. Also, you're going to learn so much in this class. So you're going to learn how to piece. There is a section for beginners. If you're brand new to quilting, you can learn how to set up your sewing machine, how to use a rotary cutter, how to use how to iron, how to do all the things you need to do to get set up. So if you are brand new, don't be scared, don't be intimidated by this class. And if you have quilted before, you can definitely take this class. It is going to be so much fun, and you're just going to learn even more. So anyway, you're going to learn those 4 blocks, and then you're going to learn how to quilt them. So with a walking foot or with free motion quilting on a domestic sewing machine for beginners. So I'm going to show you how to set up your machine to be able to do that, and you'll be able to play with these blocks and make really cute table runner or placemats. You'll also learn how to do the binding. So you're going to have 4 finished or 1 long finished project by the end of this class, which the in-person class runs through November 9th. It's an 8-week class. We're skipping October 12th because that's my little girl's birthday, but it's every Tuesday night from 6 to 9 p.m. at Calico Cat Quilt Shop here in Casper, Wyoming. Right now, we're still an in-home business, so we don't have the space for a classroom, so Calico Cat is graciously letting us use their classroom so we can be able to meet every week. So there's more information on this online at journeybackquilts.com. Click on classes, and you'll see all the classes that we have open right now. We have 2 open right now. We have this Vintage Christmas, which registration again closes September 11th, so make sure you get in time. And then we have the Farm Girl Vintage class. But let me back up real quick. The other thing with the Vintage Christmas class is we do have a quilt kit available. It's not the Cozy Christmas line that Lori Holt has in her book, unfortunately. Our supplier is back ordered on those fabrics way far out, so we weren't able to get those in time. So hopefully we'll be able to get those fabrics in by the next year, and then we'll be able to have those for next Christmas. But for this Christmas, we have all of the confetti cotton solids that she recommends in her book. And look at these fabrics. Aren't those so pretty? I love quilting with solids because it just makes the design of the quilt pop out even more. There's fun in textures with different patterns of fabric and stuff, but I just love solids. It's simple, it's clean, it's bright and cheery and fun. So these are all the confetti cotton solids that she recommends in her book. And with those fabrics, you'll also get some of the trim. Let's see if the camera will show that. So it's kind of like rickrack. It's a large vintage trim. And so we'll be able to put that on some of our blocks. And you'll get a thing of buttons from Lori Holt. Aren't those adorable buttons? Cute little tiny little buttons. So we can embellish our blocks with those. And then we'll also get some of these So Handy stickers. So these have, as you can see, alphabets and little sewing machine and iron and scissors and stuff like that. So you can organize your blocks easier. So when we cut out our fabric, you'll know exactly which piece is which one instead of going, which is this one? I guess I have to remeasure it again and go over and remeasure it again and again. It just, we hate wasting time. Let's stay organized and have fun and just keep sewing, right? So, what else was I going to say about that? Okay, so Vintage Christmas starts September 14th. I don't know if I said that. Registration closes September 11th. The online and in-person are both September 14th. Okay, now on to the second class. I know this is a lot of information. Blech. So just go to journeybackquilts.com and look at the classes that we have available if this is too overwhelming for you. But I just want to encourage you to join us because these are just so much fun. So the Farm Girl Vintage class is another Lori Holt. Let me grab the book here. Here we go. Another Lori Holt. We love Lori Holt over here. She's so cute and so much fun. So much fun little blocks and stuff. So this class is also a pre-recorded online class. It's only online, however. You get over 50 video tutorials on all of the blocks in this book. All of them. Look at how many there are. So many blocks. And then also tutorials on how to put the sashing together, how to sew them into rows with your cornerstones, and how to put the border on. So you get tons and tons of videos. You get the beginner videos in this class as well, and how to cut out your fabric and how to organize it. We also have a quilt kit available for that has all the background fabric, and either Prim or Stitch is the fabrics that she has available for this right now. And then you'll get 2 yards of back or border fabric. So you'll just need your backing, binding, and batting that's separate from this. Students of this class also get a discount on long arming services. So yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had with that class. And we have so many students that have gone through it already. This is our 4th time launching it. So it's amazing to see all of the pictures coming through. I mean, like almost every day there's several pictures being posted of the blocks that these ladies are making. And it's so fun because it's kind of a domino effect. Once one person gets on a roll, it encourages the other person to get on a roll and the next person, and then you just keep seeing more and more people posting these pictures of these cute, adorable blocks in so many different color variations too. It's so fun to see everybody's creativity that way. So I would just encourage you to join us for that. We're going to have so much fun. So registration is open for this class right now until the end of the month. So if you don't get paid till the end of the month, I wanted to make sure that it stayed open for you because I know how that goes with budgeting and stuff. So yeah, if you have any questions about these classes, because sometimes I just live in my own world here and I think that I'm communicating it okay, but a lot of times I realize that I forgot to say something or I didn't make something very clear. Please just ask. I would love to hear from you, for one. And 2, if I'm not clear on what I'm talking about, just ask. I would love to hear from you. So let me check the comments here real quick. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Pat. Hi, Erin. Pat, the stickers are not in the store as of right now because we wanted to make sure we have enough for the quilt kits. Once we've sold out of the quilt kits, then we will put them on our store online as well. Yeah, they're super helpful. I wish that I had found them earlier. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, guys. So we've got the Vintage Christmas class, the Farm Girl Vintage class, and then our Academy, Your Quilting Journey Academy, that's our membership program. It opens October 7th. So mark that on your calendars, October 7th, if you're not a member yet. Our membership goes through 5 stages of quilting journeys, from very beginner stages all the way to advanced techniques, to help you finish quilts that you're going to be so proud of and you're going to be able to gift them to people and leave a legacy for your family. We go through a different topic every quarter. So this last quarter we were focusing on memory quilts and making t-shirt quilts. That's kind of my specialty. That's kind of how we got this business growing. So I thought I would share that information with you all. Once the quarter is over though, that class will disappear. So it's going to be gone for now. We may bring it back sometime in the future, but for now it's going to go away. So you have about 4 more weeks, if you remember, to get through that curriculum if you want to make a t-shirt quilt. And then October 7th, we will begin our new topic, which was going to be foundation paper piecing. So I want to hear from you. Is foundation paper piecing something that you have been wanting to learn to try? If so, we will tackle that. I had a guest instructor lined up to help me with that, but unfortunately she had some life happening and she's not able to join us anymore. So I'm contemplating putting that topic on pause until she's able to join us in a couple seasons here. So if there's something else that you guys have been itching to learn how to do, I would love to know that too. So leave me a comment in the box below. And if you're just joining us, I have been talking about all the new classes that are coming up and the fun that we're having here at Journey Back Quilts. And so you can check all of those out at journeybackquilts.com or watch the replay of this video. So one more announcement before I let you go. Our long arming services, we have a discount going on for the next 20 quilts. Get 20% off all long arming services, all finishing services. So that includes if you need backing fabric, if you need batting, if the long arming charges, of course, and you get free thread. If you need squaring or binding services, that's all 20% off. For the next 20 people, which we only have 8 slots left. So either once those 8 slots are filled or until October 15th, whichever one comes first, which I think the 8 slots are going to get filled pretty fast. And I've heard from a few of you that you're interested in having it done. Make sure you get those quilts into me quickly so that we can get you that 20% discount. So, okay, that was a lot of information. Thanks so much for joining me, for hanging out with me. And again, if you have any questions about these classes or services that we provide, please just message me. You can just PM me right here on Facebook, or you can send us an email at journeybackquilts@gmail.com, or there's a contact us link on our website. So I hope you guys have a great Labor Day weekend. There is a sale coming on Monday, so watch for that code to be posted to give you a discount on fun fabric and notions and thread and all the things. The only thing it's not good for is classes. So I know. We have 2 different platforms for our storefront and for our classes. So for some reason, they're not able to be combined into the same thing, so we kind of have to do 2 different things. But you can find everything at journeybackquilts.com. So have a great weekend, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye.